Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger. Up next, Lamar Jackson leaves practice early. Let's talk. I woke up this morning reading the articles of Lamar Jackson leaving practice early with some type of injury, whether it's his arm or whether it's his ankle. Either way, the starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens is injured. I think it's the biggest news in Baltimore Ravens offseason history. What? Not a hot take. Real take. Here's why. The Baltimore Ravens are believed to be in the midst of a Super Bowl window. Their Super Bowl chances are right now. Everything that needed to be done this offseason as far as personnel, with the exception of one position group, and I'll talk about that in a minute, has been done. This is the offseason where the Baltimore Ravens brought in Jair Alexander. This is the offseason where the Baltimore Ravens upgraded the third wide receiver position with DeAndre Hopkins. This is the offseason that the Baltimore Ravens drafted a young talent like LeJonte Wester to be the long-term answer at punt return, and he is dynamic. This is the offseason where the Baltimore Ravens seem to have drafted their edge rush of the future. This is the offseason where the interior of the defense, the linebacker position, seems to be budding with young talent. This is the offseason where the Baltimore Ravens drafted first-round rookie Malachi Starks, and he seems to be the real deal. A lot of range, coverage ability, and seems to be ready to go. But now this is the offseason where, in the midst of that Super Bowl window, in the midst of all of that good roster construction, your quarterback leaves practice. Now, this could be much ado about nothing. It absolutely could. But I don't think that it is. Well, why not, Boulanger? Well, here's your answer. Todd Monken and John Harbaugh both are reported to have said that they did not see the play. I think they both saw the play, because here's what's true. What else are they looking at? Todd Monken, the OC, what else is he looking at but the offensive line to the quarterback to wherever the ball is being delivered? What else is he looking at in an offensive snap? What else is John Harbaugh looking at? Now, if they really didn't see the play, that's a different kind of context, because now everybody has to wonder, right? Who saw the play? What happened, right? I didn't see the play, but here's my assumption. Two things had to happen. Either a edge rusher or a blitzer gets loose instantly and runs into Lamar Jackson, knocks him down as he's throwing the ball, and steps over him. And then proxy steps on him. The other thing that may have happened is a defensive lineman or edge rusher is bulldozing, dominating one of the offensive linemen, knocks the offensive lineman into Lamar Jackson. He's throwing the ball, he falls down, the offensive lineman then or the defender steps on him. Because it's two reports. He was flexing his wrist, arm, or that he got stepped on. And so two areas of his body are the points of contention, whether it's his ankle or his arm. Either way, the report goes on to speak to his throws just seem to be a little off after the apparent injury. Here's my problem. If it's the latter of my assumptions, where the offensive line is getting bulldozed, this is typical Baltimore Ravens offensive line play. We know for the last 4 years, Lamar Jackson has made his offensive line look better than what they were by his escapability. But you can't escape if that pressure comes so quick, or whether it's from the interior or the outside, and you can't get out of harm's way. My problem is this late in practice with 40 minutes left, do the quarterbacks not still have on red jerseys? Is it still a, hey, don't contact that guy, especially number 8, don't contact him? Is that not still the metric? I believe in going hard. I believe in doing your thing. I believe in performing. I believe in dominating if you can dominate. But this right here should not have happened. I don't care what you say. Don't bring me that commentary. This is just what happens in the normal flow of practice. Okay? Show me over the last 3 seasons where one of the starting quarterbacks at his level, meaning Lamar Jackson's level, gets hurt in practice during this time of the season. Now, again, this may be no big deal, but until we find out more, it's the hugest deal, the biggest of deals in at least a decade. And it has me concerned. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being extreme, 1 being not that much. I'm at a 6. And if we don't hear anything with any definition to it by 6 p.m., my level of concern will grow to a 7 or 8. Because when things stay quiet, that means they're trying to figure out how to convey this message to the media. So before we close out, let's talk about what are the consequences. I believe the consequences can be short-lived. He could miss 3, 4, 5 days of practice and get back in there, find his rhythm once again after the final preseason game, after cutdowns. Or the consequence is this lingers into the season. And if that happens, now we got to look and see how credible are our backups. And you guys have heard me talk about this multiple times. Cooper Rush has been some trash. Regardless of his preseason game number 2 performance, he was trash before, he was trash after. As you learned through reporting that there was a couple of more interceptions thrown yesterday by the backups. So there's no confidence there. There's some great news coming out of practice yesterday about Devontae Walker showing off his skill set. LeJounte Wester showing off his skill set. Mike Green, Meta BK, Travis Jones dominating. All kind of solid defensive plays. But none of that matters until we know what the deal is with number 8. So I'm going to catch up with you guys this evening once we get some more reporting, when things become more clear. And until then, I'm out.